Top 5 Best presents a teacher from Kenya wins a $1 million teacher prize and will give most of it to the poor. To make your day just a little bit brighter, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that notification bell to be inspired by our optimistic stories like these every day. Can you remember your favorite teacher from your youth? Or perhaps you're still in school and your favorite teacher is one you currently see every day. I'm sure we've all had an experience with a teacher we didn't like. However, for the most part, our teachers are good people who believe in educating young people to build something out of themselves. They most certainly don't do it for status, glory, or economic gain. In fact, considering the relative impact and responsibility it has, teaching is perhaps one of the most underpaid jobs we can have. Oftentimes, it can feel rather thankless. Children tend not to properly understand how much a teacher is sacrificing to help get them along, and thus won't show a level of appreciation that one might consider appropriate. It's easy to forget, especially for children, that teachers are people too. And like all of us, sometimes they just like some validation that they are indeed doing a good job. Fortunately, while their jobs and the children they teach may not always show the greatest appreciation, there are a few teaching awards around the world that reward the best teachers for their hard work. And for one Kenyan winner of this award, even in celebrating their own greatness, he chose to give back to his community. Education is something many citizens of Western civilization take for granted. In many places around the world, education is a commodity, a luxury not guaranteed by citizenship. In these places, oftentimes the government does not fund education in any way, and thus, both students and teachers can struggle mightily to create a strong educational ecosystem. So it's especially impressive when a teacher can rise above and prove to be a remarkable educator despite the circumstances. As some may know, Kenya is a country in Africa that experiences high amounts of poverty in many places within. For many, it is a genuine struggle to either teach or learn as a student. To be an educator in a place like this, going above and beyond the standards of Western countries is actually a basic necessity. However, some take the step even further than that. Peter Tabichi is a monk from Kenya that teaches science in a small Kenyan village. In that village, 95% of the population experiences poverty. The classes are severely overcrowded and sometimes can have as many as 80 students in the class. Some of his pupils have to walk for up to 4 miles to attend the lessons. Tabichi has been giving 80% of his earnings to support students who otherwise would not be able to pay for books and uniforms and couldn't continue their studies. He has even been outspoken in trying to aid his female students in completing their education, as there is a tradition of girls marrying young in his community. He reaches out directly to their families to encourage them to allow their children to finish school before considering marriage. In retrospect, it's no major surprise that Peter Tabichi recently won the prestigious Global Teacher Prize. Tabichi had been competing with 10,000 other teachers for the honor, and while we're certain each and every teacher nominated was a wonderful individual deserving of praise and respect, it is pretty clear why Tabichi ultimately claimed the $1 million prize. By the way, that wasn't merely an expression. The prize truly was worth $1 million. Tabichi has already said that he would donate most of his earnings to support the poor, which is truly an inspiring act of selflessness and humility. Oftentimes, it's very easy to get caught up in the negativity of the world. For every story like this one could easily find another that highlights the flaws in the educational system. But for us here at Top 5 Best, we believe that this is what makes stories like this so important. Stories like these prove that good people exist and can do remarkable, selfless things. And perhaps, give us something to aspire to. Perhaps even someone watching this video will do something just as inspiring later on, and we look forward to it here at Top 5 Best. Thanks for watching. Tap one of the 2 videos on the screen for another amazing story.